nights. Well, now it's not even Sunday nights no more.
It
is everywhere now.
Every night.
I want to shout out and salute him because he has taken his brand to a whole nother level. He brought in the political figures to the point where everybody now wants a piece of that show. People who have never been in the basement.
Why is that though?
And we talked about it. But you know his brand is amazing, and it's people using it to do what needs to be done to be seen. So, Giovanetti, talk a little bit of how that's been an experience for you. Because usually for you, it's the music, it's the trenches, it's the bricks, it's the basement. But this has been a whole nother level where you now have elected officials and wannabe politicians on your phone talking about somebody else. What night can I get on?
It's a great thing though.
Yeah. Talk about that though.
All right, I wasn't ready for it. Free and Mr. Perez kind of opened the gate up.
Yeah,
for me. You know what I mean? Miss Staten, Delia Staten.
No doubt.
All three of y'all kind of opened the door, but Free definitely opened the door. He's hip hop as well. I didn't even think to do it. But since it was coming, I caught it.
Right, no doubt.
So we caught it.
Catch that wave.
Yeah, catch the wave.
You know, so opportunity meets preparation.
Right.
Or preparation meets opportunity.
That's
right. No doubt.
So it was something that we wanted to do. Something that I wanted to do because I'm into politics as well, but not as heavy as you guys. But and it just caught on from there. It was just a wave. Really, I'm just into the music strictly, or into the arts.
Right.
But.
But talk a little bit how it's been now, where you go from throwing the track on to talking about what's your plan now for education?
All right. Y'all did that.
I want to hear how you transition that thing, because it's got to be different for you.
All right, y'all did that. Messed me up, you know what I mean? But it helped me out.
Yeah.
Got everybody on there coming to push an agenda.
No doubt.
Stuff like that, you know what I mean? Which is pretty cool, though. It's pretty cool. I have more of a not a dialogue, but it's more of a real platform because the people that come on, they have to push an agenda in order to come on. I really don't let them on if it's just some spaced out stuff. Most people do have agendas, you know what I mean? But you have to really look into it to find it, and a regular person wouldn't find it. A person whose general life is work every day, and that's who they are my viewers.
Right.
I'll keep it 100 with you. When we first started, we really didn't have a focus. We just jumped in it. The show turned into what it is.
You know what I mean? Something that we want to do. And most of us in here is dealing with music. With some form of entertainment. You know what I mean? And from there, it just becomes steps upon steps. And you touch it if you want to touch it. But if you don't want to touch it, you fall back from it.
No doubt.
So,
you have built a really beautiful and respectful relationship with Delia Staten.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about her and what she means to you, because even if she posts on your show, you immediately tighten up.
I get hot. Yo, she came in right. She came in. All right, Miss Staten is she's an elder to me.
No doubt.
My family and her, we're very close. We like family. So I used to play West End baseball.
Okay. Shout out to West End.
Yeah, West End. You know what I mean? In the house. You know what I mean? We used to play baseball. She used to be up in the
press
box. You know what I mean? Call my name, man, up the back. You know what I mean? Me and her son.
Y'all got history.
Yeah, we got real history. Me and her son grew up playing basketball together.
Okay.
I know her daughter as a baby.
Right.
So we have real history. When she came on my show, she did it for a favor, but she came on all right. And I was hot. She was loosen up. Loosen up. And so I loosened up.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean? And from there, it just carried on. And she got other people to come on. So it was a love thing. You know what I mean?
No doubt. That's the respect. So moving forward, we were just talking, Ryan was getting ready to reschedule all the candidates again. Are you getting ready to take another round too with them, or how you feel about that?
With rappers?
No, because we got the runoff. We got the runoff now, so they're gonna definitely be on your phone, dramatic.
They already on my phone. They already on my phone. Immediately that same day, they was watch out for me. So I'm all right, I'm gonna watch out for you.
So now you got to schedule them again?
I scheduled most of them already.
Wow.
So, you know what I mean? They should be coming on soon. Yeah, you know what I mean? But they on my phone heavy, heavy.
It's a beautiful thing, and I'm gonna say this now, like I said it to him when I was on the show. You know, for those coming back on, invest in them. You know what I mean? Right. When you come back on, write a check.
Yeah, that's right.
For so many times, and Kev can bear witness to this. We've talked about it. We've got to do a better job of investing in each other. Yes. Whether it's, Mandy has her book, she's in the office. Yes. We got to buy her book.
Yes.
Kev has his book, we got to buy his book.
Yeah.
Dramatic has a show that is very influential.
Yes.
If it wasn't, people wouldn't be calling to be on it.
Right. Yes.
So if you're branding yourself off of his brand, or you're explaining yourself through his brand and platform, you need to invest in it.
Yes.
If you went to Power 99, WDAS, any of them and asked for some airtime, they would send you a purchase order.
That's right.
And you would go through the process of paying for that. So how do we think we can go places right within our local town and not support the people who give us a platform?
That's right.
Sadly, in this small town, most people don't know who the elected officials are. When you're on Dramatic Show, when you're on The Reel, they get to see you, Facebook Live, and they get to hear you. So if that's beneficial to you, you ought to be grateful for it. And you ought to write a check and invest in that, brother. Because one of the things I certainly want to keep being a part of is creating a culture where we support.
That's right.
It's so important to do that because you can go anywhere else, any state, anywhere, and people take care of each other.
That's right.
You go down south, you go out to any of these country places. Not to be funny, but you will get hurt over not supporting or disrespecting or bootlegging people's product. They don't play that. Only when you come up here, up north, do we cut each other's throat, not support each other, and try to go around. No, support each other in whatever lanes we're in.
But what did I tell you? When you was on my show? What did I tell you?
Yeah.
When you get support when you dope, right?
No doubt.
You gotta be dope. Like I see a lot of people like, die. Yeah, back. Even then, they throw you in the garbage.
Right.
Yeah, you don't see it.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Just be dope.
So with you two gentlemen, you're doing some amazing things in the city, right? And we have a lot of young men that are looking for men to look up to, right? So with you, with your show, that is being able to now, tip the scale, you with your book, that's definitely going to tip the scale. How can we as a community support you both? Because it's not that what we can ask you for. We can't ask you two for anything else because y'all are doing it. Now it's up to us. What can we do as a community to help push your brand forward?
First? Yeah, let Kev go. He always thinking about 3 places.
That's terrible.
I guess this support. It boils down
talk
to
close to the mic.
support. You know what I mean? Love, support. Because when you don't see it, you know what I mean, you see the opposite.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
You might look at it as hate or maybe they don't like me or something. You start thinking all type of stuff.
Right.
Not like I care. But what I'm saying is that's just what it is. Like, a lot of people always talking about this hate.
Yeah,
I don't see hate because I don't pay attention to it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So I'm looking for the love.
Talk about that though, because
right.
that's an important point in not just our community, but communities across America. You always, you'll see people on social media make extensive posts about, these haters.
Yeah.
So you just said you don't see the hate because you don't even acknowledge it. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to hate. I mean, I don't see it. I don't hear it. So to me, it don't exist.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? And then you got certain people that be like, oh, if you ain't getting no hate, you ain't popping.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? I don't want no hate, man.
Right.
Hate turns into negativity.
Yeah.
I ain't looking for that.
Flourish.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I did this to better myself, better my family. You know what I mean? And create a platform for whoever want to get on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that ain't got nothing to do with hate.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. I like
There's
that.
no room for hate.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, that's dope. Now me?
Yes, sir. Yes. Right back to you.
Mine's is more simple. You guys, just if you see me doing something crazy, because we all grew up around the same time, so y'all know what's right and what's wrong. So if you see me doing something crazy, sharpen my sword. Tell me, talk to me, so I can make my brand sharper.
Right.
Because the doper I am, the more my brand sells abroad. It's not just around the way.
Right.
But around the way makes me sharp.
Right.
You know what I mean? Trenton makes me sharp. The city makes me sharp enough to be like, boom, I could take this to Philly.
I got some options for you.
What's that?
Put a banner on our West End gate.
Word up.
And or come with coach.
How much is it running, man?
$125.
I'll do it for you. When you ready?
When you ready.
I gotta make the banner.
No, I'll do it for you.
All right,
just send me your logo.
That's
okay.
what's up.
There it is.
I'll do that.
I'll do
that. I'm big time. Hold on, Lord. I'm big time like that. I didn't even think I was sharp like that. Yeah.
Listen,
Ring the bell.
You can't get your banner out there.
Yeah, I do that.
A banner.
No,
Yeah.
and
With a
see,
book.
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah,
Yeah, he got
see,
one
I
already.
saw it on that gate out
the
there.
banner.
Well, I'm
banner.
saving it for the, you know what I mean?
No doubt. The banner, though, let me explain what that is. The banner is free marketing.
Right.
Well, I
Yes.
shouldn't say free marketing, but it's paid, invested marketing.
Yes, it is.
Because now you're on the gate for every game.
Yeah.
Anybody who's visiting, anybody who's home, every
Yeah.
time it's
And
a
we
game.
got about 250 kids. So
Yeah,
Right.
that's
So
right.
when you're talking
Yeah.
about whatever it is you're producing, your brand, your product, it's there to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that we don't do in black, brown, and yellow communities is invest in branding.
That's right.
When you turn on the TV, if the McDonald's jingles comes on, you may not see the TV, but you hear that jingle, you know it's McDonald's.
That's right.
One of the things I've always heard from people is you've got to invest in your own
That's
self.
right.
You've got to invest in building your brand. And it costs. It does cost to do that. But if people don't know what you do, if they don't know what you sell, if they don't know what you produce, how can they support it?
Right.
And I
That's
think
right.
a large part of our failure, we've talked about it extensively on this show, we think everybody and their mother's on Facebook. The world does
Right.
not exist on Facebook.
Right, right.
And if that's where your world is, then you've kind of relegated yourself
Yeah.
to a
Right.
small
Small
window.
world, yeah,
Then
that's
you
right.
have to think about the networks. Everybody is not friends with you on
That's
Facebook.
right.
Right.
So again, we have to go to outside forums, present ourselves in terms of our badges, our brands, and market our gifts so people can see it and support it.
That's right.
Yeah, because after the party, I'm going on tour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Talk
yeah.
about that a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you going?
Yeah, I'm going everywhere.
Okay, you got it lined
And
up
I'm
already?
bringing the banner. Yeah.
No.
The banner's coming with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Y'all,
But let me just show y'all what I
bring
did
up-
though.
Huh?
Because when you say about building the brand, right? I know this pocketbook a little bit small right now, but let me tell you something. I keep my brand. I keep my laugh out loud with me.
Right.
And I have bookmarks. Everybody,
That's
you
right.
get a bookmark.
That's
you get a
official.
bookmark.
Yeah.
You get a
Right,
bookmark.
all
You understand what I'm
right,
saying?
all right,
I got
all
one
right.
for you too, Ron.
Right.
But like
All
you
right.
said, the brand, any way you can build your brand to get it out
Out,
there,
yeah,
so
make
people
it
can,
bigger.
so people
Yeah.
can see it. Because everybody, like you said, you want them to know that you even exist.
Yes, that's right.
You know what I
And
mean?
what you
in
do.
small, it could be in
Right.
small ways,
Right.
big ways. Like you said, you an author with a book. I can show you some things. I can tell you some things like how to get it in the library and things of that nature. Because that's what we got to do. We got to support.
That's
You
right.
need guests. I can show you
That's
how to
right.
get guests on your show.
That's
you know What
right.
I'm saying?
That's
so
right.
It's about us all working together as a
right.
whole because
No doubt.
we are Trentonians.
That's
all
right.
right. The world is looking at Trenton right now.
That's right.
Okay, because Trenton is always doing something to get noticed.
Yeah, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
One thing about this small town, we will do anything to get noticed. So now we're being noticed because of low voter turnout.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
how did 30,000 people stay home?
Oh, man.
It just
You
it's a
know.
coincidence. I'll tell you a funny story. I'm walking out the other day was Tuesday. I'm walking out from voting. He walking in, and I bumped into him. Had I not seen him, we probably would have been on the show right now. But I bumped into him. We shook hands like, "Yo, we gotta be on each other's show." Boom.
That's
And there it was.
Y'all
You know,
came out. Y'all
right.
came outside the wall.
And we're
right.
going to talk about that dramatically.
Yeah.
Definitely going to come back on the show.
Because I definitely want to talk about
and
that.
talk about that. People, and again, Landy brings up an excellent point. It's probably something we'll do a show on.
Yes.
But the reality of it, I'll keep it in a small snapshot. You will not change the course of, I'll just use 12, the last 12 years
Yes.
of
Yeah.
people who've been in the mayor's position, right? Moving this city in a direction where there's a disconnect. This is not faulting just the mayors, but the governance, I'm saying, has moved into a place where the people feel like they're here and the governance is here.
Yeah.
And as long as people, like I'll give you a perfect example. Right now, many of the special need parents who have special needs babies, right, feel like they're on an island because of what's happening with the district. District is changing who their service providers are, and it's very confusing for the parents. They're overwhelmed, they don't know how to do their schedules, and the district is not really being in a place where they're helping them from an advantageous manner. There's a disconnect. While these parents are going through their crisis, nobody is helping them. So when you come back with the system talking about we need you to come out tomorrow and vote, they're looking at you like, when I was going through my storm, none of y'all said, helped, did anything. And you can do that with mass incarceration. You can do it with the brothers who have background issues. You can do it with unemployment, underemployment. You can do it with mental health. Any area of social development where people are struggling. If nobody's expanding government to them and helping policy with them, then when you start talking about voting, they're like, you don't get out from around here.
But then there's another flip side to the voting. The voting makes noise.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
It speaks volume, because if those same people would have made some noise in their area, their ward with the voting, now we got to go and see what's going on in that area, because those people are over there making some noise. We got to go in there and see what's going on. Because see, sometimes we have to understand we got to be the squeaky wheel, and your vote is that noise. You understand? So when they didn't vote, it was like silence in the jungle.
And I'll go one more. That's an excellent
you know
point, Landy. But even one more. The census. We throw it in the trash, but that's a tool that allows for the allocation of resources to your particular area. Voting allows for attention, Landy put it very well, resources, opportunities, and most importantly, light. Like, what are those people yelling about over there? But if you don't vote, then you have no voice. If you don't have no voice, you're silent. If you're silent, nobody can hear, see, or acknowledge you. So it is a part of a process we have to teach year-round. Stop just dealing with in terms of election cycles. And then the other piece, and I'll close with this so we can get back to the discussion, we've got to get to a place, and I'm being specific here, where as black leaders, we don't send 30 people to do one job. And I'm talking to myself as well. We've got to get to a place where we meet, we get behind the scenes, and we say, listen, we're going to support that person. Because when you send out 4, 5, 6 people, you confuse an already disconnected voter base. So those three areas.
That should have been something that should have been talked about a while ago, because now I keep hearing people talking about, we got to do an assessment. Yo, didn't you do that already? Don't come. That's why I got quiet. I took down all my stuff about the political things right now, because I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear them about assessment.
But it's a conversation we're going to have because again, if you
invite me to talk on that.
You're coming.
Right? Guess what's going to happen? You're going to repeat the error.
So that's right.
Go ahead.
I just think people lazy, man.
Yeah,
I just
that's a
think
big part.
it's definitely a big part. I see it, you know what I mean? Because I felt it at one time. So it's like, you know, like back in the day or whatever, when we couldn't vote.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, they took us through a process to vote. You know what I mean? Even though we was able to vote, okay, if you can't read, you can't vote.
Right.
If you can't do this, you can't vote. You can't do that.
Yep.
And people did it though.
Right.
Because it was a different mindset back then.
Under the worst circumstances.
Right. They wanted to complicate, you know, they wanted to accomplish the odds. So now it's just like as time goes on and goes on, everybody gets lazier and lazier and lazier. I'm talking about the men.
Okay. No, I'm respecting. No,
to me,
listen,
the women is rocking right now.
We got about 3 minutes.
Okay, so
no, finish your point.
I'm saying like the women is rocking. The women is doing everything in my eyes. It's, you know, of course, the rubber section stood up and bought the book. You know what I mean? The guys, I ain't really make it out other sections yet. You know what I mean? But for the most part, it's all women supporting. It's women voting.
Wow.
You know what I mean? It's women showing up.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
And the men have to get that clarity.
The men have to get it together.
Landy, give us a word of the night so we can do the full circle here and get us on out of here.
The word for tonight is out. Get out and do something.
Give us something with out, dramatic.
Add the word out to
use
something.
out in something.
Out.
Yeah.
We about to be out, ain't we?
There it is. All right, give us something for out there.
Out, get out that mentality that got you stuck wherever you stuck at.
No doubt. All right, I'm taking from there. I want to thank both of our amazing guests for coming on. You have to be out of your mind if you think your life and your community is going to get better without you doing the tangible work. On the Reel will be back again next Friday, 8 to 9 p.m. We out.
Peace.
You got to get up, get out, get something. It's on the Real Radio. It's Friday night. The show progressive people doing positive things in and outside the city of Trenton. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Good show.
When you turn it, when you spin it, it's OWIMC. The man.
Nah, man. Ryan, you got one. You got one, baby.
My bookmark in here. I'll show you
I'm
my
glad you
bookmark.
yeah, because I was supposed to just
Got a whole bunch of them.
Yes.
When your next show, somebody was talking great about it. Somebody, a lot of people.
That's what's up. We had a show last night.
You did?
Yes.
Comedy show?
Comedy show.